So traditionally, hops that we use as craft brewers are harvested off the vine and then dried through a kilning process and pelletized and kind of processed into this nice, neat little package that's easy to use and has a long shelf life. And that's nice. It gives us really nice flavors. But the flavors you get from wet hops are super unique. Those are hops that you pull straight off the vine. They have that high oil content, and you don't dry them out and lose any of that oil content and all that aroma and all that flavor. And you got to use them within 24 hours in the kettle to give you that unique character. The reason that fresh and wet hop beers are so special compared to a traditionally styled and developed beer is the uniqueness of the flavor, not necessarily the intensity of the flavor. We can get more intensity in our IPAs just by adding more hops at certain times, but you can't get the same flavors you get out of a wet hop beer. Flavors you get out of wet hop beers can range anything from pina colada to Hawaiian punch to like that fruit cup syrup you get in Dole mixed fruit cocktails. So the flavor is just so unique when you take them from wet hops fresh off the vine that haven't been kilned and processed. So what I'm drinking here right now, fresh off the tank, is our CITRA SABRO wet hop IPA. And we flew down to the Yakima Valley. We went straight to Carpenter ranches and picked up bales of CITRA and SABRO hops. The flavor characteristics I'm getting out of this are kind of intense peach notes, a little bit of grape as well, tiny bit of vanilla and a little bit of coconut mixed in as well. It's almost a bit of pina colada character coming from that SABRO hop. So what I've got here right now is a portion of our Munich Helles that we were able to rest on some of the SABRO wet hops that we had left over after our 2 brew days. So we brought back some SABRO wet hops from Carpenter ranches, rested it on this traditional Munich Helles, and it kind of transformed it into this Bavarian style Pilsner. Gave it this floral hoppy note with a little bit of orange and vanilla character to it. So still really light and crushable, but a nice increased hop character from it. So this is our CITRA cream ale that we used wet hops from Carpenter ranches that we brought back. 100% CITRA wet hop through and through the entire recipe on top of our cream ale. So it's made with a base Pilsner malt and a little bit of flaked corn to give it that creamy character to it. The flavors that I get from this CITRA wet hop are rich with kind of pineapple, a little bit of peach, tiny bit of orange and vanilla on top of a little bit of lemon citrus. So, cheers. So as far as I know, we are the only brewery in Anchorage that's brewing a wet hop beer. I know for quite a while we're the only brewery in Alaska brewing a wet hop beer. And the reason that is just because of the great expense that we have to go to in order to brew these beers. So the hops are all grown in the Yakima Valley. So for the last few years, we just FedEx them overnight because they have to be off the vine and into the kettle within 24 hours. This year we did something a little more crazy, a little more fun. We flew down to Yakima overnight, picked the hops up ourselves, and brought them back in the plane and dropped them in the kettle, which was a ton of fun, but obviously great expense. But it's completely worth it because it's so cool. It's just my favorite beer style from the fall because of the connection to the earth, the connection to the farm and to the ranch. And it really just shows you the connection between what's in this glass and where it came from.